Smith, up to 4 minutes, please.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. And the people were promised change by electing a UK Labour government. However, there has been no change for the better. So Keir Starmer's government has kept the Tories' cruel two-child cap, pushing more and more children into poverty every single day. They scrapped winter fuel payments for millions of pensioners, and they've failed to compensate the WASPy women. And they've decided to hike employer national insurance contributions, a move that will hammer vital public services. Today, I am going to talk about the last of those failures, and I am clear that the Labour UK government must fully reimburse any negative impact on public services in Scotland caused by an increase to employer national insurance contributions. Labour are trying to spin this by saying they will compensate the public sector for the national insurance changes, but the sums don't add up. The estimated cost of the NI hikes to Scotland's public services is over £700 million, yet the UK government is reportedly only offering around £300 million in compensation. That leaves a gaping hole in the budget, including a £265 million charge for local councils and almost £200 million for our NHS. Money they will have to pay to Westminster rather than on frontline services. Social housing will also be affected, with estimates that national insurance changes could cost registered social landlords around £15 million. And the Scottish Federation of Housing Associations has said that Labour's proposals will have a difficult impact on housing associations and cooperatives, and ultimately on their tenants and/or staff. So this could lead to rent rises, meaning Labour's increase of national insurance will cause more pressure on household incomes amid a cost of living crisis. Presiding Officer, over recent months, the Social Justice and Social Security Committee has been looking into third sector finances. And in our evidence, we heard that the third sector is the essential sector, delivering crucial support to thousands of people across Scotland. Right now, the third sector is looking for more financial clarity, including multi-year funding models, and instead the sector is now faced with increasing costs thanks to the UK Labour government's decisions. Before Parliament, I worked for a couple of charities, and I know the pressures of paying staff and dealing with funding, so I'm sure this development is one that charities would rather not have to deal with. The UK Government must ensure that the essential sector is also fully compensated, so that they are not faced with difficult choices to balance the books. Presiding Officer, the UK Labour Government's decision to increase employers' national insurance contributions has been widely condemned. The public sector, the third sectors and businesses are united against this move, which will impact vital services across the country. Organisations providing public services in Scotland are due to pay £400 million net to Westminster's coffers just from the increase in employers' national insurance contributions. This poor Labour decision is likely to increase social rents, divert money from frontline health services, and this tax on jobs is an additional barrier to our social care sector. The SNP government stands with local authorities, the Scottish Trades Union Congress and civic society in calling on the Labour Chancellor to fully recover the increased costs for the public sector and the third sector. The UK Government
Ms Stevenson,
must
you will
do
need
the
to
right
conclude.
thing
You're over your time.
to protect essential services.
Thank you very much.